Hey guys, happy Monday. So here we are. It is a big week of earnings this week, and we've got Fed news. So markets are reacting just as we would expect them to. On Friday, we hit the number dead on. So on Friday, we knew exactly where to expect that big reversal in the market. We got it. We got exactly what we were looking for going into the close. And today, we're testing pretty much where we thought we were going to be testing based on what happened on Friday. So a couple things to keep in mind. We've got, as I said, big earnings coming out. Probably end of the week is going to be the biggest stuff, but the whole week is just massive earnings. Thursday going to be the big one. So Thursday, we've got all the bellwethers reporting. So that's going to be a very, very busy day. And we can expect, I think, to see NASDAQ keep coming in as we go into those earnings numbers. Everybody's expecting that the earnings are going to be a little bit off. We'll see what happens. If we get any surprises, if we get anything that surprises on the positive side, we're very likely going to see a big bounce on the NAS. But with that overhead resistance, I think we've got a level that we can expect to see a big inflection at. So with that said, let's take a look at the charts and see what we are talking about for today. So you see it here. We've got a big move lower on NASDAQ this morning, and lo and behold, it came exactly, precisely from the level that we thought we would see the sell-off at. So if you look at your daily charts and your weekly charts, then you'll see here, these were the numbers that I referenced on Friday. And as you see, we hit that threshold pretty much on the money and reversed back down into the range from there. This is that top that I was looking for. And this was that first inflection that we were talking about, and you can see that we just wound up right at that spot for the day. That's all great, but what are we going to do with it for today's session? Well, what you should see here is that we have got first and foremost some really good overlap between where we saw resistance on Friday and where we saw resistance today. So when the market tried to move higher this morning, we ran right into that 294.37 level, and 294.37 then was rejected, as we would expect it to be based on what we saw happen on Friday. And I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody, but when we got back up into today's S1 pivot, which is also a support and resistance area, we saw an inflection right at what turned out to be the 50% fib retracement level. So you've got a lot of things overlapping right there. You've got a support and resistance line that was really easy to spot from the morning. You have a volume by price node out here. So you can see we've got a really strong volume by price node sitting right at that S1 level. And we also have a fib retracement, and we've got confluence with our anchored VWAP. So everything here is in place to say that over the course of the session, what we're going to look for is retests of all of this resistance. So I'm going to look for a retest here. I'm going to look for a retest here, and always targeting just a shallow move back down into 291.16. So it's over $1 per share. So it's a pretty big move for the Qs. The interim spot that you can look to is going to be this right here. So you see how this is lining up. You've got that anchored VWAP right there, sort of lining up with where there's support and resistance right now. Nothing wrong with taking a profit there if that's enough for you to get into the position, right? So it's still 291.77. So you got about 60 or 70 cents on that trade if you take it off right at support and resistance, or you can wait for the bigger move, which is always my predilection. Let it get down below that target and then trail your stop, I should say, at that target, and you should be good to go. All right, so that's it. That is today. It's the first time we're trying this as a live stream. So I'm going to send out the link to the live stream in the future. We're going to start sending that out to you every day so you can catch these things live and you don't have to wait for the production to come out. You can just see it as we're doing it. But you know, today I wanted to give it a shot before we actually go out there and include all you guys in the daily show here, because God forbid I would screw it up. So, all right, I will see everybody later. Have a great trading day, and if I don't check back in with you this afternoon, I will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks.